Of all the classic Universal monsters, the creature from the Black Lagoon is perhaps the coolest, with his webbed claws, pulsating gills, and savage brute strength. In 1954, the creature made a big splash with moviegoers when he hit the screen in glorious 3D. The Gill Man, as he was also known, was a true original. He jumped off of the screen and right into monster lovers' hearts. But as popular as the creature was at the box office, he was practically the Invisible Man when it came to the toy market. Those 3D glasses handed out at the theater during the original movie were just about the only item to remind fans of their favorite Swamp Thing. Yet even though he was overshadowed by other Universal monsters, the creature did manage to leave a scattering of toys in his wake during the 1960s. The first real collectible to emerge was this Aurora model kit, which slithered its way onto toy shelves in 1963. One of many Universal monsters to be cast in plastic, the Gill Man looked as menacing in styrene as he did on the big screen. It wasn't long before James Bauma's amazing box art for the model inspired several other creature toys, also produced in 1963. Like this Hasbro mystery game, recommended for 2 to 4 victims. Hasbro even gave creature artists something to dig their claws into with this ultra-rare paint-by-number set. Hope they didn't skimp on the green paint. That same year, the legendary Dawn Post Studios released this full-head latex rubber creature mask, part of the company's Universal Horrors lineup of second skins. Any young monster lover could wash away his own slime thanks to Colgate-Palmolive's Creature Soaky, one of 4 Universal monsters called upon for cleanup duty. 1 year later, in 1964, Gill Man fans were able to rest their weary heads on this pillow, produced by the Japanese company Takara. Pleasant dreams lying face to face with the creature. Over time, countless TV airings of the creature's films helped the Gill Man scare off more and more young fans, and numerous toy artifacts finally began to surface. Today, the Gill Man is possibly the most collectible of the Universal monster lineup. And while it may be a long way from the wet heat of the Amazon River to the dry heat of the Arizona desert, that's where you'll find the creature in many of his most terrifying incarnations. Creature collector and sculptor John Gilbert, better known as the Arizona Gill Man. John's been a fan of the creature since he was a kid, and he's dedicated a great deal of time, money, and energy to amass the world's largest collection of creature toys and memorabilia.
Creature from the Black Lagoon is my favorite movie of all time, and I try to collect everything Creature from the Black Lagoon.
And one look at Gilbert's massive collection makes you think he's close to attaining his goal. John's creature room is packed to the gills with 5 decades worth of amazing artifacts and articles. He has classic creature movie posters and fantastic creature photos, including these stills of early Gill Man makeup tests, and this image of leftover costume pieces from Revenge of the Creature. John has collected enough Halloween costumes to dress up an army of creature fans on All Hallows Eve. And there are numerous puzzles and hobby kits to fill several weeks' worth of rainy afternoons. course, the creature from the Black Lagoon has spawned his share of action figures and dolls. In the 1970s, the toy company Azrak Hamway was considered the king of the monster miniatures. Their cast of ghouls featured many familiar faces. But it was the creature that proved to be the company's bestseller. To this day, these replicas of the Gill Man remain some of the rarest and most collectible around. The company also unleashed this extremely rare squirt gun, worth well over $1,000 if you're lucky enough to excavate one. In the 1980s, monster toys were dominated by Remco, which offered mini creatures larger-sized creatures, and even a place to tuck your own Gill Man finger puppet into bed at night. By the late 1990s, Sideshow Collectibles and Hasbro Toys introduced their own posable likenesses of the Swamp Dweller. Your brain will go tilt when you see this creature pinball machine. Released by Bally's in the 1990s, the vintage driving motif and dynamic design make this one of the hottest creature collectibles on the market. And the creature has become a worldwide phenomenon. Check out this awesome array of Gill Man garage kits, unlicensed but highly desirable sculptures created by fans from every corner of the globe. A few of these kits were created by John Gilbert himself, like this rare reproduction of a Black Lagoon prototype mask. There's even this tribute to Herman Munster's slippery Uncle Gilbert. No relation to John, we hope. Plus, there's this nutty creature nodder. And one kit especially dear to John Gilbert's heart.
Well, I'm fortunate enough to have made friends with the three guys who played the Gill Man in the first two movies, and become particularly close friends with Ben Chapman, the land creature in the first movie, and I made a tribute statue in his honor.
But which creature relic is John's personal favorite?
Well, it's hard to pinpoint one particular favorite piece in my collection, but I must say I'm lucky enough to have a couple of the remaining pieces of the original Revenge of the Creature suit. Although they've seen better days, because foam does have a tendency to rot away, they're still in the collection and part of cinematic history.
Years may have passed since the Gill Man first emerged from the swamps of the Amazon. But thanks to toys and collectibles as cool as these, the creature still walks among us.